Hello, this is the demonstration for the hackathon proposal for coronacr.org. This is a website in Spanish. It's a web application in Spanish. And here we are going to demonstrate 4 of the components. In total, there's going to be 8 components, and some of them cannot be displayed yet. They haven't been built. I'm going to start with this demonstration. Basically, this is the login. The idea for this social enterprise is to help people get informed and know what to do in different cases. Corona CR is going to be linked directly to the government information websites, both for known cases and also to know who the person is, what kind of diseases they already have. The Costa Rican, I guess, social security numbers are public. So once we get the social security number of a person, we can actually know who the person is, what year they were born, where are they assigned to vote, and all that information is public. So that's very easy to connect different parts of information. So basically, you click here, and the login is very easy. We don't want to block people. We are using IP, different technologies, and the first technology we're using here it's the IP address lookup to know where the person is exactly. This is very important, and I'll show you where later. But this is very important so that you can actually direct people. The idea of this web component is to optimize the resources of the medical, the hospitals and the testing facilities so that we can actually direct people where they need to go in case they need to go. In case they need to stay home, we also tell them to stay home. But there's different loads at different hospital and test facilities, and the idea is to distribute things evenly so there's not many people in one and less people in the other. Again, this is an effort that needs to be connected to the government, and that's a hard part in developing countries because there's a lot of private interests and things like that coming from before. But as the emergency escalates and things get more needed, I am pretty sure that things like this are going to be required, such as the case of Spain with coronamadrid.org and things like that. So here you put your country code and your cell phone. We're looking into people from everywhere, not only the people that live in Costa Rica. There's a lot of tourists right now in Costa Rica that are locked down here, and there's a lot of people that are from other countries that are not tourists. There's a bunch of Africans walking by. There's a bunch of people from Asia coming by. There's a route that goes from Ecuador or even further south all the way to the United States. It's a migrant route. There's a problem right now in the Panama border, and they are going through Costa Rica. There's also a lot of people from Nicaragua, El Salvador, working in Costa Rica without. They are going to be covered by health insurance, but they are not really tourists and they are not really citizens. They're non-registered. So it's important that we can cover every country here. And this program it's meant for everybody, old people, younger people, things like that. So you do log in with your phone number. That's all you need to register. We are doing I'm calling it eventual validation. We don't want to put people through email validation, not even SMS-based two-factor authentication. We can do that later. This is an emergency, and people that are coming in here, most of them are going to be in an emergency state, so you don't want to be changing screens and things like that. Also, this is meant for people that are older or younger, so you can choose. This is in Spanish. I'm sorry, I'm translating it, but since the most 99% of the people using this, I'm focusing this on Spanish first. This is actually going live. It's not only for the hackathon. So you actually choose if it's me, if it's my son or someone underage, or someone that is older. Depending on the options, you get to choose actually the name of the patient. Because if it's me, I'm gonna know because of the ID number later who I am, and I'm also telling them if I'm a foreigner or a citizen. That means if I'm gonna be registered with a social security number or not. Then the next step is to click your symptoms. I mean, you can actually say, "I'm just want to be here to be follow up and to get in the system." The system is going to send recurring SMSs to check on you, how you are, and send you information about your specific district, how or town or closed sector where you live, and they're going to tell you exactly how the cases are there. If there's new cases, there are things like that. We can follow up that with an open API from the government of Costa Rica. So basically, you can choose if you have a fever, if you have dry cough, if you have throat pain, or the worst symptoms like you have a wound in your stomach or your chest hurts. Then you click on next, And basically here it's going to show you the information. But the most important thing I'm going to show you here, it's on my phone. It's ringing right now. I hope you can hear it. I'm going to answer.
Emergencias. El sistema puede reconocer opciones numéricas del teléfono y reconocimiento de voz. Quédense en casa y hasta pronto.
So I'm sorry you couldn't hear the entire messages in Spanish anyway, but basically we are using Twilo's phone voice messaging, and that's going to be an automated message, but exactly you can actually do voice recognition there pretty easily actually. Twilio is very advanced in that sense, and we are going to be sending SMSs as well. This is all coming from a Costa Rican phone number, so people can actually call back to the number that just called me, and you're going to get picked up by a bot, a voice bot, that is going to ask you for your information, and it's going to do exactly what this web page does. So that's going to be very helpful for people that don't have access to phones. Although in Costa Rica, mobile and internet mobile coverage is pretty high, but still there's people that don't have good 3G connection, and there's people that are old and they don't know how to handle technology. They know how to handle WhatsApp and things like that, but once they've probably never been on a web page, and much less a native app that is installed. Another component that we're working on here is the mobile application, and that's also pretty important because it's going to do the quarantine. It's going to do the quarantine and help out with that things.